Good morning, students. I'm Annie Arora, your biology teacher. I hope all of you are doing good and you are making the best use of this time. So, we're going to start with chapter number 6, tissues. I hope all of you have gone through chapter number 5, cell, the basic and fundamental unit of life. Now, as you all know, cell is the basic unit of life and many cells combine to give tissues. So, we're gonna deal with tissues. So, to deal with tissues, first of all, you should know about cell. So, let us have a brief idea of it. Now, various cells combine to give tissue and various tissue combine to give organ and various organ combine to give organ system and various organ system combine to give organelle, that is our body. So, a body is made up of various organ system. An organ system is made up of various organs, and organs are made up of tissues, and various tissues are made up of cells. So, each tissue has various number of cells. Most cells combine to give tissues, tissues combine to give organs, organs combine to give organ system, then organelle, and so on. So, cell is the basic and structural unit of our body or life, and tissues is the combination of various cells. So, let us start with the chapter. Now, from the last chapter, we recall that all living organisms are made up of cell. We all know that. Now there are two type of organism, unicellular and multicellular. Unicellular and multicellular. Unicellular is whose body is made up of only one cell, for example amoeba, and multicellular is whose body is made up of multiple cells, for example we, the human beings. So in unicellular organisms, a single cell perform all basic functions like amoeba carries out the movement, cells carries out the movement, intake of food like food intake, gaseous exchange, O2 inhale, CO2 exhale, excretion, removal of unwanted substance. All these functions are performed by one cell because unicellular has only one cell, whereas in multicellular there are number of cells, so there's division of labor. You will do that work, but in unicellular there is only one cell, so that cell has to perform all the function itself. But in multicellular there are million of cells. Most of the cells are specialized to carry out specific function. Now each cell has specific function. For example, nerve cells have function of carrying out messages to the brain. For example, if you touch a hot object, you will put your hand immediately aside. Why? Because your brain contain nerve cell that immediately within fraction of second gives that message to the brain. Now, since this cell are carry out particular function, so they do it efficiently. Now, the nerve cell is doing its function so efficiently, immediately within fraction of second, so that a body may not get hurt. It immediately gives message within fraction of second. So this indicates that each cell is performing its function so efficiently, so properly. In human being, muscle cells contract and relax to cause the movement. Nerve cells carry messages, and blood transport oxygen, food, hormones, and waste materials, and so on. Now, blood contains RBCs that contain hemoglobin that carries oxygen from lungs to different parts of the body. So it is doing its function so efficiently that if its oxygen carrying capacity will decrease, we can even die with that. So each cell is performing its duty or function so efficiently that our body is working so properly with the help of them. Now, in plants, vascular tissues conduct food and water from one part of the plant to other parts. Now, in plants, there are two types of vascular tissues, xylem and phloem. Xylem, this all will be there further. Xylem transports water and phloem transports food in plants. So multicellular organisms show division of labor, means there will be dividation of their work. When you are 3-4 people in house, then each work is divided between the people, so that is division of labor. But when there is only one person in the house, then that person has to perform all the function by itself, so that is unicellular and multicellular. I hope I'm clear. So multicellular organisms show division of labor. Cells specializing in one function are often grouped together in the body. Now, the cells which perform a particular function are grouped together. They function together. This means that particular function is carried out by a cluster of cells at a definite place in the body. It may be at different places, but they are performing their function efficiently present at that particular साइट. जो जहाँ भी वो सेल अपने ग्रुप को टिश्यू बनाएगा, वो अपना फंक्शन एफिशिएंटली परफॉर्म कर रहा होगा. This cluster of cell called tissues is arranged and designed so as to give highest possible efficiency. Means they are performing their function so efficiently that our body or plants are making food for animals, so they are performing their functions in for their highest possible efficiency. They are performing their functions. So examples of tissues are blood, phloem and muscles. And so the definition of tissues, that is very important. The first important thing is the definition of the tissues that you have to learn thoroughly. So a group of cells that are similar in structure and work together to achieve a particular function is called tissue. So group of cell is called tissues and they are performing their function efficiently. So this is called tissue. So the next topic is, are plants and animals made up of same tissues? Now, plants are also composed of tissues and animals are also composed of tissues, but are the tissues in them performing the same function, or are they same type of tissues? No. So the answer lies here. So the first point is, there are noticeable difference between the two. Plants are stationary or fixed, they do not move. Since they have to be upright, they require large quantity of supportive tissues and they contain dead cell. Now, this is a very important point. Plants are not locomotive. They have to stay at one place. They have to be upright, so they need support. The supportive tissue in them is dead. So the first important difference is plants' tissues are dead, whereas animals on the other hand move in search of food, mates means sex, and shelter. So animals are moving from one place to another. They consume more energy, as when you are moving from one place to another, you're doing work, you will consume energy. So to fulfill the need of that energy, your tissues have to be living. So the first point of difference lies in these two para, is that plant tissues, that is supportive tissue, is dead, whereas animal tissues, because that has to move from one place to another, it requires energy, so that is not dead, that is living. Now, the second difference is that another difference between plants and animal is the pattern of the growth. The growth in the plant is limited in certain region, means plant will not grow at all in all parts equally. While this is not so in animals, there are some tissues in plant that divide throughout their life. Plant tissues divide themselves. This will come again. They are localized in certain region. Now, localized means when local people क्या होते हैं, जो अपने घर में रहते हैं, तो प्लांट के टिश्यूज क्या हैं, उसी पोजीशन पे फिक्स हैं. Based on the dividing capacity of the tissues, various plant tissues can be classified as growing or meristematic and permanent. Growing meristematic is one thing and permanent tissue is one thing. So, meristematic tissues and growing tissues is one and permanent tissues is another thing. So, cell growth in animal is not uniform. Now, मेरिस्मेटिक टिश्यूज जब डिवाइड करना बंद कर जाए तो उसे परमानेंट टिश्यू बोलते हैं. तो हमने क्या पढ़ा, वेरियस प्लांट टिश्यूज दो टाइप के हैं, मेरिस्मेटिक और परमानेंट. और वेयरएज सेल ग्रोथ इन एनिमल इज नॉट यूनिफॉर्म. सेल ग्रोथ इन प्लांट इज लिमिटेड टू सर्टन रीजन, वेयरएज सेल ग्रोथ इन एनिमल इज नॉट यूनिफॉर्म. एनिमल में जो सेल ग्रोथ है वो यूनिफॉर्म क्या बोला हुआ है, मोर यूनिफॉर्म है. द सेल ग्रोथ इन एनिमल इज मोर यूनिफॉर्म एज कम्पेयर टू प्लांट्स. प्लांट्स में कोई पार्ट ज़्यादा यूनिफॉर्म, मतलब कोई थ्रू आउट देखा जाए तो उनमें जो टिश्यूज़ की ग्रोथ है इक्वल नहीं है, जबकि एनिमल्स में थ्रू आउट देखा जाए तो वो ज़्यादा यूनिफॉर्म है. सो देर इज़ नो डिमार्केशन ऑफ डिवाइडिंग एंड नॉन डिवाइडिंग रीजन्स इन एनिमल्स. सो प्लांट्स में जो सेल हैं, फर्स्ट डिफरेंस क्या है, वो डेड हैं. ठीक है, दे ओनली गिव स्ट्रक्चरल स्ट्रेंथ, सिर्फ उसको खड़े होने में, उसके स्ट्रक्चर बिल्ड करने में हेल्प कर रहे हैं, जबकि एनिमल के टिश्यूज़ क्या हैं, लिविंग है. देन नेक्स्ट डिफरेंस वी हैव स्टडीड अबाउट दैट एनिमल की ग्रोथ है वो लिमिटेड है सर्टन रीजन में, जबकि प्लांट की ग्रोथ, एनिमल्स की ग्रोथ इन प्लांट्स इज लिमिटेड इन सर्टन रीजन, वेयर एज ग्रोथ इन एनिमल इज मोर यूनिफॉर्म. वो थ्रू आउट देखा जाए तो ज़्यादा यूनिफॉर्म है. Then the next is structural organization of organs. An organ is far more specialized and localized in complex animal than even in very complex plant. Structural organism, I will repeat this again. Structural organism of organs or organ system is far more specialized and localized in complex animal. Now, specialized means advanced. The fundamental difference reflects the different mode of life pursued by these two group of organism. कॉम्प्लेक्स एनिमल्स क्या है, मल्टी सेलुलर. मल्टी सेलुलर में क्या है, ऑर्गन का ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है. ऑर्गन सिस्टम क्या हो जाएगा, स्पेशलाइज्ड हो जाएगा, यानी एडवांस्ड है. स्पेशलाइज्ड मीन्स, हेयर स्पेशलाइज्ड मीन्स एडवांस्ड. So here specialized means advanced. The structural organism of organs and organ system is far more specialized and localized in complex animal than in complex plant. Complex animal में जो उनका organization है वो advanced है और specialized है, जबकि plants में ऐसा नहीं है. So 3 difference we have seen. Plants के जो tissues हैं, supportive tissues, वो dead हैं, animals के living हैं. Second difference we have seen, pattern of growth in animal is more uniform as compared to plants. Then third we have seen, complex tissues in animals are more advanced, are more specialized than in plants. So the fundamental difference reflect the different mode of life pursued by two major group of organisms, particularly in their different feeding methods. Now feeding method means animal take their food differently. Plants तो अपना food photosynthesis से बनाते हैं, so they are autotrophs, whereas animal depend upon plants. So feeding method means plants अपना food खुद बना रहे हैं, animal तो उन पे dependent हैं, so they differ in their feeding method, they differ in their locomotion. Locomotion I've already said you, local people will be confined in their place, whereas local people will be moving. So plants are fixed at their position, they are not locomotive, whereas animals are locomotive. So it is with this reference to the complex animal and plant's body that we will not talk about concept of tissues in some detail. So what we have learned in this lecture is the very basic thing. Group of cell combined to give tissues. Proper definition will be group of cell that perform specific function is called tissue. Then we have learned the difference between animal and tissues. There are 3 differences. First difference is that the tissue in plant, that is supportive tissue, is dead, whereas in animals the tissues are living. Then second difference we have seen that the pattern of growth of in animal is limited, whereas in plant it is more uniform. And third difference we have seen, structural organization of organs का arrange होना specialized है in animals, complex animal, than in complex plants. So this was all about today's lecture. This was just a very basic introduction of the chapter. Please go through this first page very carefully and please read this chapter, and I hope I was clear throughout. Thank you.